Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Kelly, I'm 25 and I have just moved to Belfast. Today I am bringing you a book buys video, and this is actually all of the books I bought in December, January time. And if you've seen my previous video, my previous video before my last one, so 2 videos ago, I actually posted about why I've been missing and what happened, and I was just very, very sick in hospital. A lot happened. If you want to know, go check out that video and I'll leave it linked below. But I did film this back in January and I've lost the first clip. So I lost the first couple of books that I kind of spoke about buying. So this is all going to change soon. The background will transform you back into winter with a cozy fireplace setting on the telly and not flowers and sunshine. But I didn't want to miss out the books that I'd lost in the clip, and I needed to do a new intro anyway because I lost the intro. So you will see a different version of me in this video, but I will start here with the books that apparently got deleted. So the first book that I wanted to talk about is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. I actually read Binding 13, I would say going on like 5 months ago now, and I haven't even started this yet, but I actually was looking for Keeping 13 in all of the works, and every time I went into the works they had all of like the other books except Keeping 13, and I was just refusing point blank to buy this from Waterstones. So I did manage to actually pick it up in the works in the end, and I'm very excited to read this. I'm not gonna lie, the reason I haven't picked it up yet is it's a very daunting size. So was Binding 13, and I was obsessed with it and I got through it so quickly. So I think I'm just being a little bit of a procrastinator with this one. But yes, this is one of the books that I've recently, well, nowhere near recently at this point, but that I purchased within the December, January months. The next 3 books that I wanted to talk about, 3, are all Frida McFadden books. I literally am on a little bit of a Frida McFadden obsession where I just want to buy every single one of her books. I want to own every single book she's ever written. Like, the Housemaid series was just so good. Still need to read the other half of The Housemaid is Watching, but I will get there. I need to find my Kindle charger. That is the problem I'm having at this point. But every single book, obviously I don't know the twists that come with The Housemaid is Watching, but when I do, I'm going to do a little video talking about the Housemaid series anyway, possibly on my TikTok, because on my YouTube it might be a bit boring. I will leave my TikTok linked below so you guys can see that when I do finally finish the series. But I wanted some of the other books, so I got Never Lie, The Boyfriend, and The Locked Door. Now, I'm just really hoping that she still has the same energy in these books as she did in The Housemaid, and the same twists and turns and the thrill of it. And I'm actually maybe putting a little bit too much pressure on these books, but I am very excited. And as you can see, I got a couple of them for the 3 for $6, and then I think this one I just got, I actually think I picked, that's a Waterstones sticker, so I think I picked this one up from Waterstones. I can see on here that I haven't got the co-worker, I haven't got the teacher, and I haven't got the inmate. So definitely more to collect. I haven't got One by One. There's no more on the back of these, but I'm sure there are more. She's just brilliant. Point blank. My favourite author at the moment. So that's it for this little portion of the video where we're in spring. Is March spring? I think so. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. And I hope you get some cozy vibes, some kind of Christmas vibes from this, because I'm pretty sure it was Christmas time when I filmed it. So I will pass you over to past Kelly for the rest. Sorry, I was cut off there. I completely forgot what I was saying. I think I was saying that I've got fantasy books that I could read before I read the ACOTAR series, but I definitely want to give this a go, just from what everyone said about it. Moving on to kind of some other fantasy style books, I've got The Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I am aware this is the second book in the series, and it's, so it's Iron Flame, what's the first one? Fourth Wing, I think it's called. And I do own it. It's just back in my mum's in Liverpool, so I haven't currently got it over here with me. But I have heard a lot about the Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and it sounds like something I would actually enjoy. So the only reason I'm kind of reading ACOTAR before I'm reading Fourth Wing is because I don't have Fourth Wing physically here in Belfast with me. Otherwise, I think this would be my starter series into fantasy. But I picked up ACOTAR, it was just there. I think it was like $5.50, yeah, so it was cheap enough, and I will probably move on to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame once I've kind of got used to the genre and I've obviously got my book back from my mum's house. I think this is counted as fantasy. I'm not too sure. It's very much kind of like Greek gods, I think it's about, but this is lore, and it's by Alexandra Bracken, and I picked this up. I read the back of it. I can't really remember what it's about other than kind of Greek gods and stuff, but I read the back of it. I thought it sounded really good. It was a charity shop book, so it was about £1, so I just thought it's a good one to add to my books, my book list. It's a good book to add to my collection, I guess. I will say it does feel a little bit weird to be building up a genre that I haven't read yet, but everyone speaks about all the different like fantasy books, and I definitely like the sound of them. So again, I'm not really sure if this is a fantasy book, but it's kind of that Roman Empire kind of setting. So this is The Temple of Fortuna, and I have seen people talk about this book on TikTok as well, and this is by Elodie Harper, and this is just another one that I picked up from the charity shop. I'd seen so many people talking about it. It might not even be the first in the series, but it was £1.50 from a charity shop, and I don't think it's the first in the series, or maybe it's not even a series, but I need to kind of look into this a little bit more. I really like that this is a hardback. I don't have many hardbacks, and it has a kind of bookmark in it, and I'm terrible at carrying around a bookmark with me, and I dog-ear my pages, but it would be nice to have a little built-in bookmark and not dog-ear the pages. And recently I did pick up another hardback. I just avoid hardbacks because they're really heavy. I carry a book around with me a lot when I'm reading it, and also they've gotten so expensive. This was meant to be, I think, £20. This is a book that I've seen quite a lot that I really like the sound of, and this is What a Way to Go by Bella Mackie. Is it just Bella Mackie? Yeah, Bella Mackie. I was given a works gift card from my brother for Christmas, but yeah, I picked this up in the sale and I used my gift card to get it, so it was actually only £10, so it was half price, and I'm definitely excited to read this. I feel like I've just said that about every book. I'm excited to read, I'm excited to do, but I'm very excited to read them all and to kind of get back to you guys with reviews and opinions, and be able to talk about it on my TikTok and everything as well. I definitely need to get back into reading a little bit more, hopefully kind of before I go to bed, so that I'm not on my phone or watching YouTube till really late, or on my laptop or anything working. This will be one that I'll be picking up soon, I think. This is another charity shop find actually, and this is Steve Mosby, The Nightmare Place. I do just love a good horror book. I enjoy horror. I enjoy kind of crime books and crime mystery, and this just kind of looked up my alley, and I'm pretty bad at, you know, that I don't know, sometimes I'll just pick up a book, I think that looks good, and I've not really actually read much into it. And this is definitely one of them that I picked up, but it was £1 again in a charity shop. So I just feel like you can't really go wrong with charity shop books. But this book is about a stalker who attacks women in their own homes and someone kind of investigating into that. So I'm not sure when I'm going to read this, but it's definitely one that I want to pick up soon. I've got so much to read. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of new books, but again, like I said, this is a collection from a few months ago as well, like popping in and out of charity shops, so not all of them, and with Christmas as well, with like a gift card and stuff. So this hopefully isn't what I would usually pick up in a regular month. And staying on kind of that horror genre, I did pick up a while ago actually Stephen King's latest book, I think, Holly. And I have actually read this book up until, I've dog-eared it so I do know, up until chapter 5? No. Oh, I don't know, he doesn't chapter them like normal, but I'm on page like 39. I don't really know why I put it down, I can't really remember. I think I was reading it just before Christmas, and then Christmas kind of happened and I just ended up putting it down and not really picking it up. But I do remember when I moved, picking it up and putting it in my bag to bring over to Belfast with me, because I definitely want to continue reading this, and Stephen King is an author that I really want to get into, and I do own every single one of his books because my nan like read every single one of his books. The beginning of this book was already very interesting and it really drew me in as the reader, and I definitely want to find out what happens. There is some kind of predictability to it, I think, but I hope that it does kind of surprise me along the way. It's very interesting and enticing read. I'm really not good with these descriptive words. Don't know why I'm the one that's chosen to talk about books online. We're reaching the end of the haul now, and I think I'm going to start with this because I feel like a lot of people have read this series and loved it, especially people that kind of pop up on my TikTok, and I have gone nowhere near this series yet, and I'm still not 100% sure whether it's something I'm going to enjoy or not. But I have picked up Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I think this is the Chestnut Springs series, I think. I'm not necessarily 100%. I'm just not sure about kind of the like cowboy or like single dad aspect of it. I think that is what it is, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to give this a read. If I enjoy it, I'll pick up the rest of the series. If not, you know, it was a 3 for £6. So it was like a £2 book. And the final 2 books are 2 of kind of my most recent purchases. The first being Cat Lady by Dawn Porter. And I haven't heard anything about this book. I haven't seen this book anywhere. I literally saw it on the shelf, read the back and thought that just sounds like a really nice read. It sounds like it's not going to be, I'm not going to have to think about it too hard. It's not going to be some big murder mystery or horror book. It just sounds like one of those books that you pick up when you want a really relaxing and calming read that you kind of don't really need to put much thought into. But I still think it will revoke some kind of emotion and some kind of connection to the characters. Because I haven't seen this one anywhere, and I don't know if people will know this book, I am going to read a little bit off the back. So it says, Mia has made all the right choices. She's married, she has the nice house, the good career, but life isn't about fitting into a box, and there's another woman inside of her that's just clawing to get out. And I think that I just think it's going to be really enjoyable. I think it's going to be a fun little read. The cover definitely makes it look really fun. And I love cats, and maybe that is what really drew me to the book. But even so, I'm excited to read this book. And then the final book is one that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while. Not that it's hard to find. I just haven't really decided to make that purchase yet. but I do think I'm going to enjoy it. I've heard a lot about it, and it is the Bob Mortimer, the Satsuma Complex. I really like the kind of mystery in this book. He's trying to figure something out. I think his friend has gone missing, and he has to track down this girl that was reading a book called the Satsuma Complex. And yeah, I just think that I like that. I like some kind of mystery and some kind of chase and some kind of, you know, investigation in a book. And I think that's why I enjoy Stephen King's Holly, because there's some kind of aspect of an investigation going on and figuring out who's done it and who the likely suspects are. But I also think that he is gonna have humor in there, because obviously Bob Mortimer is a comedian, so I do think there will be a good mixture of investigation, mystery, kind of misdirects, and some humor in there as well. So I do think this will be a lovely book to pick up. That brings us to the end of my first kind of book review video. I know I didn't really review anything, but I haven't really read much, with it being Christmas and New Year and moving. So hopefully I can start picking up a book. I definitely want to include that in my Notion planner. I definitely want to include some kind of books I want to read, and then a book list that I have read. I'm also on Fable. I don't really know if I can connect my account or leave a link. I will try, but if I can leave a link to my Fable account and things are public, I think I can make it public. I will leave it down below, and I will start properly using the app so that you guys can see maybe what I'm reading and what I think, and I can post some proper reviews. I've never used Goodreads, so I'm not sure if I will. I really quite like the Fable app, so I think I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting with me. Hopefully it's been nice and cozy with the fire on in the background with the telly. It's well and truly not bright outside anymore, so there's really no light coming in. So hopefully it's not looked too dark and dingy, and I might try and lighten this up in the editing of it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. If you feel like you want to subscribe, then please do, and leave a like and comment if you feel so willed to.